everybody! I'm super excited to be back. It's been, what, like 3 weeks?
Yeah. Yes, it has. It's good to be back.
We've been through hell and back. We got hit with the hurricane. We got hit with the nor'easter. We lost power. We lost internet. Do you know what that's like? It wasn't just one day of no internet. It was like 5 or 6 days.
It was
without
darn
internet.
near a week.
That's, unspeakable. Unspeakable. That's what it's like.
We got hit with a week of no chapter.
Yeah. And, that was a
that actually lined up pretty well.
Yeah, because if there was a chapter and I had no internet, I don't know.
Pretty bad.
I don't know. I don't even want to think about it. That's how bad it is. Thank you guys for being super patient and
Thanks
understanding.
For all your support and well wishes.
Yeah, we got your get well soon cards. Andy couldn't be here tonight. Ronnie and Matt's got his sister's birthday. Ronnie's got work. Andy's got some stuff.
So you get us.
Yeah, you get me and Reed. Hopefully we'll be able to get like almost everyone for next week's chapter. Today we're trying to make it extra long with 608 and 609 together.
Yep.
So stick with us.
Yeah. Personally, 609 is a great chapter to come back on.
Yeah.
I'm really psyched. I was pumped to come in today.
Yeah.
So I
woke up this morning because I read the chapter last night, and I was like, yes, chapter review. Woo! I was like, Obito, woo! You want to start with 608?
Yeah, actually discussing 608 and 609 at the same time makes a lot of sense. Like, as
it worked well
two
together,
chapters going together.
We did that on purpose.
Pretty good.
Yeah. We're
Look
professionals over here.
On it.
Alright, so 608 was a lot of Kakashi down on himself, Naruto stepping up and protecting Kakashi, and then that motivating Kakashi to getting his head back into the game. Fighting wise, I thought it looked sick. I loved Obito's moves. Kakashi getting kneed in the face was badass. Yo.
Yeah,
you felt that.
The art in that chapter was really jarring.
Yeah. When he got hit and his head's back, you're like, oh, Kakashi.
Yeah. No, of all the complaints about the fights in Naruto, becoming too overpowered.
Yeah,
it's all Susanoo, it's all eye techniques.
Now,
this week was pretty brutal taijutsu.
And
getting slashed.
Matt complained that there's no more shurikens and stuff, and there you go. Obito pulled out his huge ass shurikens and cut up Kakashi, hit him, cut his knee, everything. He went off. I thought that was really, really cool. Guys pulling out some really cool stuff too.
Oh yeah, using his Hidora the morning.
Yeah.
Afternoon tiger.
White thing tiger, afternoon sleeping tiger, and that hidden
crouching
dragon.
hidden.
Yeah. Yeah, that move's always awesome to see. I thought it was even cooler because he did it against Susanoo. It was no big deal. It was in the tiger's jaws and everything, which was really, really cool. There wasn't too much stuff to think about in that chapter in 608. There was more visuals and fight scenes and stuff like that. There was a lot of one thing I mentioned to Reed was, I'm so sick of Obito's Kakashi, you're trash. Kakashi, you're trash. Shut up, you're trash. Kakashi,
we
you're
get
trash. We got you, man. He's trash. I think he gets it too. Relax. I just got tired of him saying the same thing. And Reed said, for someone who says he doesn't care about Rin or he doesn't care what happened to Rin, you're kind of bitching a lot about what happened to Rin.
Still real bitter.
Yeah, he needs to suck it up and get on with it.
Actually, on that note, still waiting for
explanation.
Some sort of explanation. Yeah, it's gonna get addressed.
So now that we know,
Kakashi's gonna talk about Rin, and it's probably going to be on Obito's way out.
Yeah, that ties in well with 609. We're gonna kind of jump around here and there with this. Yeah. With the whole Obito on his way out, I think Obito might be on his last dance. I think that this is it for him.
We were talking about this, and I really like your thoughts here. Make good points.
I've said before, I don't think Madara actually cares about Obito at all. With a lot of Uchihas, and I think one interesting thing is Sasuke's been compared to Madara on multiple occasions. When it came down to his chakra, when it came down to him standing on Madara's statue, just in general, like Madara and Sasuke have been compared and contrasted many times. And if you look at one thing between them, they manipulate the people around them. Sasuke all the time doesn't really show any concern for the people in his
Yeah,
group.
the way he treats Taka,
Yeah,
not
it's
cool.
just like you guys are tools, and I'll use you when I need you.
Selfish, self-centered, and concerned with revenge.
Yeah.
Period. Sounds about like Madara right now.
And yeah, Madara seems the same way. And for him to pick up a kid, train him, give him his eye, let him in on this great elaborate plan that it doesn't. First off, a plan that clearly he didn't make up just for this kid. So why all of a sudden does Obito just fit perfectly into this plan that's gonna help him create this world where his this girl that he never even first of all this girl that he never even told this is some stalker shit like
his schoolboy crush.
And it's on like the schoolboy crush from the bushes, not from like, hey, I'm dating this girl. It's like I like this girl, but I can't talk to her. So she had no idea that he even liked her, cared about her, or anything like that. So why would Madara have this plan for this young kid to have a perfect world where he's with his love again? It makes no sense. And for Obito to think that this is all about him is naive. Also,
and it's gonna come back and bite him in the ass.
Yeah, and then it comes down to the whole like. If you look at what's happened between, like the interaction between Madara and Obito, from the time Madara showed up at the battlefield, he said a few things to him like, yeah, so looks like the plan's going according to plan or whatever, or not going to plan. What do you say?
It looks like you got a little bit hasty.
Looks like
the 8 and the 9 are still out, but you brought the TenTails anyway.
And then he's like, I'm going to go get the NineTails. And after that, he hasn't really said anything. If you look at what he's doing now at the battlefield, he's not fighting. He's not teaming up with him. He's doing his own thing. Like he summoned the dragon to get Naruto, but that's only because he needs the NineTails, or he wants the NineTails. He's not doing it to protect Obito. It doesn't look like he's even concerned with them.
No, they're not fighting together.
Yeah, Obito's obviously has an agenda that corresponds with Madara, but Madara does not. It doesn't look like Madara is concerned with what happens to Obito. He's getting his ass kicked in 609, like blatantly getting his ass kicked. And at the end of the chapter, which I thought was one of the best panels, was Madara like, oh well, now it's starting. Like it doesn't. He was sitting down.
Yeah, he's just
kind of middle of battle,
nonchalant,
sitting down with his hand on his knee, like, yeah. So this is happening. Obito's bleeding out of his mouth. I don't know if you guys... I saw that. Did you see that?
Oh,
okay,
yeah.
He's bleeding out of his mouth.
Well, he got gut punched a couple times and clocked right in the head.
That's a good segue. Kakashi, Kyuubi, and Naruto, their combo was awesome.
That was sick.
It was sick seeing Kakashi... Well, first off, Kakashi was a little beat up, and it was awesome that Kyuubi's kind enough to give him chakra. I thought that was really interesting, because as much as the NineTails likes to play it off like he doesn't really care, if you notice he had his hand on his head like, yeah, this battle's happening. He was concerned with Kakashi, and I feel like his excuse was, now you don't have to worry about Kakashi. And
now you can go balls out.
Yeah, I don't know if that's the complete truth. I feel like there was a little concern for Kakashi's life at the same time.
Now there's a good kind of parallel between the nonchalant pose that
Madara's doing.
Madara has and that Kyuubi has. Like, Kyuubi was basically waiting for the, hey, tag me in, bro, so I can get a little bit, and then tags right out. But at the same time, you can tell he's concerned. Like, he's looking out for Kakashi. Yeah. I love Naruto's reaction to that. He's just like, what are you doing? Like, he doesn't get it until after it's done.
I thought it was really cool.
That's fine.
One thing I found interesting is, the NineTails says to Naruto, I can transfer my chakra to people. I can give my chakra to people. I'll explain to you later. I was like, what are you going to explain, bro? You just said that you can transfer your chakra. So there might be something that the NineTails explains later on in terms of chakra or whatnot, or if his chakra is like special compared to normal chakra or whatever. We know that he has an immense amount, but if there's something different, that'd be super interesting. I was also wondering do you think the chakra that he gave Kakashi will now cycle in his chakra stream continuously, or is it something that once he uses it up, it's done? Like, did he?
Oh yeah, who knows?
Because Kakashi's, it's clear that Kakashi's chakra, the amount of chakra he has grown since the start of the show, by how many times he can use Rikiri, and also Kiyumi. Like, he could only do that 1 or 2 times before. Now he's done it at least 5-6 times in this battle.
Granted, the last time that he used the Mangekyo to get himself out of the dimension, it sapped him pretty solidly.
But he's still on. He's on a level completely different than where he was.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
So I'm interested to find out if maybe it increased Kakashi's chakra in the long run, or altogether. That'll be really interesting to find.
While you're talking about that, I also halfway wonder if it's just going to become Kakashi's chakra now, or if he's going to be tinged with a little bit of the NineTails, the Kinkaku.
Yeah, because technically, I feel like he should get some of the NineTails now because.
We have no idea how that works. Really.
Well, they ate his stomach and absorbed his chakra because of it.
Okay.
But they've also said that not many people can't survive getting the NineTails chakra, but I guess a lot of people also try to take the NineTails chakra as opposed to being given it. So maybe we'll hear more about that. Maybe not. We'll have to see.
If that comes together, it could be interesting.
Yeah, definitely. Back to the whole teleporting thing when the NineTails throws Kakashi at Obito and Obito absorbed him. I did not see that coming.
No, not at all.
We've seen the whole thing where he can get hit when he's in the other dimension and all that stuff, but I did not see Kakashi when Naruto went and swiped at him and he teleported his insides and spit out blood. I was like, wait, what? And then all of a sudden you see Kakashi punching him in the stomach, and I was like, awesome.
Even though we just saw that the other way around with Naruto inside, still...
It might have been the break in between.
Wasn't expecting that.
Yeah, did not see that coming at all. I thought that was awesome. And seeing that in the anime is going to be really, really cool as well. What else happened that was... there was something on my
mind. The TenTails.
Yes, but there's something else I wanted to say before the TenTails. Let's go with the TenTails. I'll remember in a second.
Bring it back. So end of the chapter. We are now dealing with the TenTails, and honestly, I'm not sure how they're going to deal with something of that magnitude, because that's a lot bigger, and
we don't know what it can do.
Yep.
And let's look at the NineTails. The NineTails took on 5-tailed beast by himself, and that wasn't even in complete NineTails form.
Right. That was still kind of experimental first run.
And then let's go back to the One-Tails. When Gaara used it, the amount of power the One-Tails had. Now you have a TenTails, a complete being with a Sharingan. Also, I don't know what the deal is going to be with the Sharingan, whether it is eye techniques. I'm super, super, super excited to find out what this TenTails can do. Whether it's going to be completely controlled by Madara, or whether it's going to be completely controlled by Obito. I don't know who right now, because they both have Renegans, they both have Sharingans. Who's controlling it? It looks like it right now. It's Obito, because
we know who's pulling the strings.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Obito, who's controlling Obito? So that's I'm excited. A lot of stuff can happen. From there, also, I was talking to Reed before about we've gotten to see a lot of stuff happen. A lot of people were like, Madara is going to be the final villain. Obito is going to be the final villain. The TenTails is going to be the final villain. All 3 of them are here right now. Sasuke is not there. Orochimaru is not there. They're doing their own thing.
There are still threads to wrap up.
So
absolutely,
this can't be the end of Naruto. But what out do you see for him?
Well, like you and I kind of came to earlier, it's probably not going to be the end of Madara right here and now.
Yeah, I was...
If it is, it'll definitely involve Sasuke somehow. There's no way this dude is going down and Sasuke is going to step up as the final villain and somehow be better than Madara is right now.
That's what I was saying. Madara is way too strong for Sasuke to surpass him without, any interaction. with him, unless the man who knows everything is gonna show Sasuke or teach Sasuke something that we haven't seen before, which I'm interested to find out what that might be. But my thoughts were that Madara is going to betray Obito at some point and kind of be like,
I'm waiting for that
hey
one.
man, thanks for all your help. I don't need you anymore. I got my own stuff to do.
Thank you, good night.
He has an undying body, an immortal body, unlimited chakra. Why do you need him and the TenTails is resurrected now. So but this kid played
not to mention you're back to life.
Yeah, you're back to this kid's played his part. His main part was really just to make sure that
the Madara
comes back. So and one of the things he said was, you have a debt that you have to repay me, and he's like, you'll do that in time. He brought him back. Debts are even why there's no contract anymore. Why does Madara need him? I really think that Madara is just gonna be like, listen, I'll see you, man. It's been good. It's been fun, but not that fun.
Yeah. Now, which means when that happens, flashback chapter, there'll definitely be some epiphany that Obito goes through.
The white screen in the back with a slow motion fall, and then Obito I was wrong, and then a spit of blood coming out of his mouth.
Who knows? Maybe he'll be converted to the Church of Naruto.
Yeah, right. But that'll be super interesting to find out. I'm hoping for a Nappa thing where he's like, if you can't fight, what use are you to me? And throws him up in the air, and he's like, ah! Yeah. That'd be funny to see. Dragon Ball Z tribute right there. What else we got for that? I guess there's, where do we think the chapter's gonna go from there? We got Sasuke and Orochimaru doing their own thing.
Them coming back.
Do you think it's gonna skip from this fight to Sasuke?
Not actually. I don't know. I was gonna say not yet because I'm figuring the whole Rin Obito thing is gonna wrap up before Sasuke comes in. But
that's what I'm thinking.
Maybe not.
I feel like it works out better if this stuff wraps itself up, and I feel like it would really work out better if Madara leaves with the TenTails at some point and starts doing his own thing, and either finds Sasuke or just Orochimaru and Sasuke battle out after Madara leaves. Then Sasuke goes out on his own again, and then they meet, and then that's how the plan that they formulate. Naruto takes some damage. Something's gonna happen where Naruto needs to take some damage and fall back, because it doesn't work out. It can't work out that Naruto takes no damage, Madara leaves, and then they're just we have to chase after Madara, because there needs to be a point where Naruto goes, he's down on himself and he needs to rebuild and become stronger, because there's, I feel like he needs to taste defeat before he can grow and become stronger than where he is.
Yeah. No, in terms of, where we have to go from here, one thing that you and I mentioned was it was teased during the pain fight that Naruto might be able to eventually combine the Sage Chakra and the NineTails Chakra. Yeah. And when he busts in on Nagato's real body and just says, I'm so mad, all I can think about is killing you right now, but I'm not going to. His eyes do the Sage Mode slit, the Kyuubi slit. It has that cross pattern. I would say that's a little bit of a teaser there. And
the fact that it's called Sage Mode and there's the Sage of the Six Paths and Naruto looks like the same. I feel like the next step would be a combination of NineTails, Naruto, and Sage Chakra, because Naruto's chakra also, because he's a Uzumaki, they're supposed to have a very powerful chakra inside of them as well.
All along we keep getting the emphasis, rely on your own power.
Chakra, yeah.
This is you that we're talking about. Yes, you're getting these assists from everything, but you have, it's because of your own power. Rely on that.
Yeah.
And likewise, Sasuke, what next for him? Still waiting to find out who the person who knows everything is.
I feel like we keep forgetting about that. No one's been throwing out any theories recently ever since that chapter.
It kind of got tossed on the back burner because we've got some big stuff going on.
But I feel like that's a big thing. And especially because there's this man who knows everything, and where the fuck has he been? All this stuff's going down. Madara's back. Kabuto is doing his thing. Itachi, all these Edo Tensais were back. NineTails is coming out. Sasuke's doing his own thing, and this guy who knows everything is kind of just like, yeah, when someone finds me, I guess I'll talk. But
what if it's someone who's dead?
What, Edo Tensei them back?
Or something. We don't know what's in that scroll.
I feel like Edo Tensei's been so overused now. Like
I don't even know that it would be Edo Tensei necessarily.
I really wish Sasuke had given us just a hint of what was on that scroll. Like it was, like I was like, oh yes, we're finally gonna get to here, and then he's like, we need to see the man who knows everything, and I was like, all right, man. Well, what was on the scroll? Like, what was on the scroll?
Yeah.
But
no, the only hint that I can really think of there is that Orochimaru knew a lot, a lot about.
I'm so glad.
The first.
Yeah, I'm so glad. I completely forgot. I always forget about the
freaking Yamato.
No. That's what was on my mind.
Yep.
Thank you. You just reminded me. Where the fuck is Yamato?
Still in that damn statue.
Yo, he's still in that statue. But the thing is, that was Kabuto and Obito's hideout, right? What's going on now? No, Obito's not there. Kabuto's sure as hell not coming back there. What's
just?
He's just gonna sit there. Who's feeding Yamato? Who's feeding him?
Zetsu's. The swirl.
Okay,
Zetsu.
as long as someone's taking care of him. But I think that'd be another interesting thing if Madara leaves. It'd be super, super, super cool if he goes back to that place and finds Yamato and does something along the lines of something with the First Hokage. But like what I was saying before, I got super excited about Yamato.
What's that guy?
If the first, like you saying with Orochimaru and the First Hokage, like how he knows so much about him. If the First Hokage came back, or something along the lines of the First Hokage, that'd be really cool. But at the same time, I feel like if the First Hokage comes back, it completely takes the focus off of Naruto and Naruto overcoming all these issues into like the First Hokage taking care of everything again.
Yeah, there's always been kind of a theme in Naruto about the previous generation being surpassed by the next one. Yeah, so I scratched that. I don't want the First Hokage. Don't come back, First Hokage. We don't want you. Yeah, you can talk to us, but stay where you are.
If he has some, that'd be kind of cool. If he has, he can't interact with them because he's stuck in the demon god's stomach. The first, second, third, and all the Hokages got fucked.
Maybe it has something to do with that.
Yeah, I'm talking with my hands a lot today.
Your Power Ranger mode,
right? It's morphin' time. On a tangent, I don't know how many people saw.
We're 22.
Yeah, we gotta make it longer. So I'm gonna try to keep this going. I'm trying to think and talk. I don't know how many of you.
Props for sticking with us this long.
Yo, people stay with us for an hour. Like they like these long.
I don't know if I'm gonna stay with us for an hour.
Yo, did you watch that video? It was fucking ridiculous. In other news, I saw an article about the ring outs in Naruto Ninja Storm.
Storm 3.
And me and Reed really love Naruto. We love playing it. Andy and Ronnie as well. I didn't get to talk to Ronnie about this one yet, and I don't know your opinion, but I'm a huge fan of the stage damage. I think that's awesome. It gives it a super realistic feel. Like when you hit the ground, if there's going to be damage to the ground and like the environment around you, that is awesome. But if they throw in ring outs, I'm gonna it's in there, and I don't know if it's going to be online, but the ring outs are going to infuriate me because if I start losing on someone getting a lucky knockback into a ring out, I'm going to be furious because it's such a cheap way, and it's going to end matches premature.
Yeah, kind of reminds me of like a Soul Calibur type thing.
That was the only game that I played where ring outs were in it, and I would do that bullshit where
that is one of the biggest reasons I can't get behind that game.
Yeah, I used to just do that thing with Maxi where you jump, kick, and I kick them forward, and then they fall out. And I'm interested to see if in Soul Calibur you could do moves and ring yourself out.
Yeah,
that's gonna be if you can ring yourself out. I will be stuck playing Naruto Ninja Storm Generations because I will not deal with that.
Who knows, man? Like the game's still a good 6 months. From coming out, it's still heavy in development.
There were ring out saves, which were interesting, and I thought it was cool because it really threw the support in. But it cost you a support character again, which is like, all right, now on this stupid thing that you added in, I have to like. But then at the same time, to weigh that out, now we don't have 14 characters on the stage at the same time because people are trying to save themselves from ring outs. I'm trying to justify why they put it in, but I'm still not a fan of it. I really hope that they give you the option to not play with that online.
Either the option to turn it off, or what I would love to see is if they took, the ring out idea, but instead of make it an instant KO.
Like battle stage ring out?
Yeah. Have you... get popped into a different stage. Like the GameCube and Wii Naruto games.
Also, in Dead or Alive, they have the ring out systems where like if you can get hit out of the ring and you take more damage by getting hit through environment, but it doesn't.
And then you end up in a different
stage. That would be awesome. But the fact that like that one fight Sasuke gets ringed out and he just like flies into the fucking distance, I was like, really? Because I've seen Sasuke, like, they can walk on water, they can run on walls, like...
But you can't get knocked off a building.
You get knocked off a building, and that's it, man. Like, you never get enough for that one. So, I was a huge fan of that.
Now the way to let the developer know what's on your mind is to go to their website. They've got a form you can fill out.
Yeah. So, you let them know that ring outs can't happen. Not in this universe.
Let them know either way, but...
Yeah. Or if you like ring outs. I don't know, but... Don't do it.
Help me out, man.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'm still incredibly stoked for that game.
Yeah, I can't wait. A lot of people are like looking at it like, oh, it's the same game, same house, different coat of paint or whatever. And I really don't think it is. Like, they do a lot of work on these games. They look at the stuff from the last game that worked, and they try to take it and make it better. They take out stuff that doesn't work. They add in new characters. The amount of time and effort they put in to make these new characters and the moves that they have, like, it's not an easy thing to do. And I really, really think that they've done a great job with this series. And it's actually one of the best fighting games since, like, Budokai. Like, Dragon Ball Z Budokai.
Like anime fighting games?
Yeah. Just in general, I think it's one of the best fighting games out there compared to even, like, some people might get upset, but, like, Street Fighter and all those other ones. Sorry, Reed. I'm not saying it's on the same level of like how you have to think and knowing the moves and stuff like that. Because Street Fighter's been out for a while, but the fact that you can pick up this game and have fun with it, regardless of whether you know how to play or not, and then also the people that know how to play can like figure out all these ways to combine moves and outthink each other, I think is awesome because
that speaks to the depth of the game.
Yeah, it's a very simple button scheme, but at the same time, there's a lot of like thought behind outthinking each other because it's so simple. I really love the series. I think they've done a phenomenal job with it.
Yeah, I have nothing but good things to say about the developer. I think more than most, they're really passionate about what they do. They freaking love Naruto.
Yeah, and
you can tell
the characters. It's so funny because when you first start playing one of them, you're like, oh my god, there's so much characters, like, and then after a while, you're like, I played with him. Played with him. I mean, I guess I'm gonna play.
This is my main.
Yeah,
and I guess I'll
use
take these other guys.
I sometimes use Guy. Kakashi's good too. And then but then the next game comes out, and you're like, oh my god, I want to use him. And then like 3 weeks later, you can be like, yeah, Kimimura's not that good. He's kind of slow. But I guess on this note, me and Reed are actually gonna play some Naruto Generations, get some capture card going, and hopefully post that. If you guys want to message us your gamer tags, sorry we're playing on Xbox, but if you want to message us your gamer tags,
I make no apologies.
Yeah, I'm not really sorry. I'm on Xbox actually, but I'm sorry you can't play with. I'm sorry you don't have an Xbox. That's what I'm sorry about.
Some of you have already.
Yeah.
Keep sending us your gamer tags.
You know what? I'm going to give Greg a shout out.
We'll try and get to it.
Greg Reed. Dance. Thanks. Greg Piano, he messaged us and he gave us his gamer tag. We're definitely going to hit him up. We're definitely going to try to get some Naruto if he has Naruto in it. If he has Naruto to play us in. So if you guys want to ever play with us, we can definitely get some matches going. We can definitely capture card it, post it if you guys are cool with that. If you can beat us, good for you, but you're not going to beat us. But if you can, like, that's really cool.
You might be me. Probably won't be John.
I'm all right. If you can beat Ronnie, Ronnie's awesome. If you can beat Ronnie, I'll give you props. Without spamming. And don't use Naruto. Naruto's cheap.
You can use Naruto, just don't use Daedra.
And don't awaken. Awakening's cheap too. That was another. I hope they
don't use moves. Moves are cheap.
Yeah, don't turn on your Xbox. Turning on your Xbox is cheap.
Man, you freaking buttons. Yeah. Always kids pushing the buttons, thinking they're gonna win.
Yeah, but is there anything from the chapter? Because I feel like I hope you guys aren't too angry with us. It would have been a little bit longer if we had Andy or some other of the members here, but me and Reed are just trying to go off each other.
Weeks are what they are.
Yeah.
Sometimes you got it free, sometimes you don't.
By the way, when you guys write like 608 on like our other videos and stuff, it's not that we forgot there was a chapter out. It's not that we didn't want to do it. It's just it's difficult sometimes. I didn't have power. Andy didn't have power. It's impossible to get gas now.
I was out of town for
it just
a week longer than I was planning on being. Got stuck because the airport's all closed.
Yeah. So it's just
how it does.
It's been crazy up here. I'm just trying to make ends meet.
Yep.
It's been hard.
We're getting back though. It's all right.
Oh, another thing. I'm sure some of you guys have noticed that we've been posting stuff from uzumanga.com. That's our little website thing that we're trying to get going.
Putting that together, trying to get more content up.
Yeah, fan art. If you have AMVs, start sending us them. Pretty much anything Naruto related. You hear news. Like, it's really hard for us to keep up to date with everything. So if you hear something new about games, movies, anything, content, shoot us a message on... Don't do it on our Naruto page, do it on our FB page. We get through those a little bit easier.
Yeah. Right now, I made the call for fan art on the Naruto page. So
we've been seeing a lot more of that.
I'm going to be swimming through that for a while.
Hopefully, at some point, we'll get forums up on our Uzumanga page.
That's the plan.
So we can hear what you guys want to see, what you guys have questions about.
Get some discussions going. Get some predictions.
Theories.
Hear what you guys think.
The one thing I miss the most is there's no more, like, theories because Obito's gone. Like, not Obito's not gone. Obito's been revealed. Like, I used to love, like, I think it's that, I think it's this, the connection here, the connection there. Like, get it going. Start stirring stuff up. I want to hear it.
And tell me about your theory that Kagumi's going to come back.
Yeah. We're still waiting on that.
I want to know.
Yeah, Kagumi's...
Some of you are real certain.
Yeah, he's going to play a part.
Don't let me down.
If you got something on your
Izuna?
mind... Yeah, he's the main villain, man.
He's coming back.
Last second, he's going to pull something out.
He's the TenTails.
He's got it.
Izuna's the TenTails.
It's the only way.
Yeah.
Where do you get the eye from? Exactly.
Yeah. No, read my theories. I've got 20 pages floating around. Yeah.
But we want to hear what you guys have to say because it definitely helps us making videos. If there's a great question or great theory out,
that's just interesting to read too.
Yeah. But
I like new ideas.
I do too. I actually feed off of new ideas. So feed me, please.
Feed John.
Like Yamato is being fed by the Zetsus. But that's all I really got for this week.
Yep.
Thank you for tuning in, sticking with us. That's Reed.
This is John.
We'll see you guys
next week. Peace.